Hi guys, I have made a project using Python. The name of the project is Web Proxy Server using Python. So before that, let me tell you what it does. The IP address of your Wi-Fi network is very secure. It doesn't allow you to open restricted websites or websites with viruses and stuff. Obviously, your Windows firewall or your antivirus blocks it as well. So, but the code which I have created, you give your own proxy and then it communicates with the IP address of your internet, but then it doesn't block those websites. Not all, some of them. It's like my main focus on this code was to run HTTP websites. As you know, HTTP websites have been blocked because they weren't secure. So HTTPS websites are secure. So most of the HTTP websites have been redirected to HTTPS. So most of them load, but some of the websites still remain on HTTP. So this code is created using the TCP module, the TCP protocol. It stands for Transmission Control Protocol. Why we use it? So it's reliable. Packets dropped in the network are detected and transmitted by the sender, and it also has in-order data delivery, which means data is read by your application in the order it was sent by the sender. And here we are using basics of socket programming. So I'll just run my browser. I'll run the website on the browser and I'll just show you. So here's Firefox. So I first of all you have to go to your settings, browser settings. Then you have to go to the proxy settings of your browser, network settings. You go to the settings, and then as I've changed it but normally on default it will be on auto detect proxy settings for this network or on no proxy. So for this code to run, you need to set it to manual proxy configuration, and you have to give the HTTP proxy as localhost and the port number as 12345. Why giving localhost here is because your computer acts as the server and the client as well. So in bigger companies, obviously in Oracle and Cisco, etc., they have their own servers, but we cannot have access to that. So we are giving access to our own computer. So as it has to run on our computer, so we give it as localhost, or you can get your local IP address, the normal local IP address of your computer by typing config on your command prompt. So port number, there are specific port numbers. The initial port numbers, the initial numbers which starts from 0 or 1, it has some functions assigned to it. After a point where the functions are useless, sorry, not the functions, the ports are useless, so those ports are free. So the maximum value of the ports is 65,535. So I think somewhere around after 5,000 you can use any of the port numbers. All the ports are free, and you use TCP network because it runs on IPv4, which is an unsigned 16-bit integer. Okay, so here you're given it to localhost, port number as 12345. You can give it as 9999 and 5050, anything, but beyond 5000 it's better to be safe. Here you change it to SOCKS v4. As I said, it runs TCP socket, runs on IPv4. You need to choose this option v4, and you do okay, and then you load a HTTP website. This is the website I know of. It's geeks4geeks.org, and see here it's an HTTP website. So you load this, and this website will actively refuse, the proxy server will actively refuse the connection. You can see the message here, the proxy server is refusing connections. And but then you can load any of the other website which is an HTTPS website. For example, Facebook, it's an HTTPS website. As you can see here, it's loading. So what we do here, our code, you need to have Visual Studio Code installed on your computer. It's better you have Python installed as well. You can find it on Google and install with the steps given. So you go to your window, this is the code, you run it. Then here it will ask you for the port number which you have assigned on your proxy setting. So there we had given 12345, so here also we give 12345. So as we can see, there is a connection, there is an active connection installed. There is a connection between the client and the server, initializing socket binded successfully. What it does is the server, it binds with the client. and there is a connection established between them. So here there are two things used. There are two functions, get and connect. Get is the server uses the get function to get data from the client, and then it connects and then sends back the data to the client. So here, as this is already running, you can see this is the IP address, localhost. This is the IP address 127.0.0.1, and these are the port numbers. As these are empty, it'll run on these. The messages are displaying on this, and here it shows all the data. See, it's showing get HTTP detect portal.firefox.com. So it's getting data from the client. As here, as you can see here, this is the client. This browser is the client, and it's getting data from the client, processing it and sending it back to the client, processing it in the server. So here we go back and then we load this page. So as per my code, this page should load. So as you can see, it has redirected to HTTPS and it's loading, and then you can see there are no errors here. It's processing all the information. It loads all the packages of the website, all the required components, which are, see, this require request sent. These are the requests sent by the server to the client and client to the server. So that's how it works. So if you need the link to the code, I'll put it in the description box in YouTube. And then also, if you need if you need a brief description of the code, I'll upload it to my GitHub account, and then I'll post the link to the GitHub account as well on my YouTube channel. Not my channel, sorry, it's my first time. So I'll just post it in the description box below of this video. So thank you.